Hi friends! I forgot to film an intro and an outro for this video, so I'm just gonna film them now. For today's video, we are fixing the dead and breakfast sign. I will link the original tutorial up in the card wherever the card goes. The gist of the tutorial is good. The downside, I had a little homes on homes issue as my dad was laughing hysterically at me, and basically I just didn't necessarily put this together as well as I could have. So we had some slight construction issues, and then I left this literally sitting outside in my backyard for the entire year. So when I came to bring it into the front yard, some things happened and it fell apart. So that's what today's video is about. Here's my dead and breakfast sign, which I'm gonna stick in front of my house so I can scare all my neighbors and all the little kids who walk by. And my dad was saying he actually liked it with the arm broken, because it gave it more of a like, this has been here a while. The only problem is you now can't see the vacancy part of it, and it just, the grass would grow up too much under it. So I think I am gonna end up fixing this arm, which is just an absolute disaster. It's hard to depict, but the screws literally broke in half. They ripped apart. And of course, me committing every sin you possibly could, I had painted over these thinking, oh, like, I'm never gonna take it apart, but then it fell apart. So that's gonna be interesting. I was loving how worn this twine is because it's been sitting outside for a year, but unfortunately, I think I am gonna have to cut it because this part of the sign just weighs too much for me to be able to put that back together. She's free. I'm gonna try putting some Elmer's glue in this joint because last time I didn't use any glue, so I'm wondering if maybe some extra glue will give it some extra strength. We've got it hinged in place. I also kind of am digging this glue right here that makes it look like something's oozing. Low-key, I feel like my dad was totally being a little passive aggressive because I used his clamp without asking, and then I came outside and he had taken it back. So I'm stealing it again because I want to make sure it's clamped in place. When I go to screw it back in, I have to give props to my friend River, who just helping me with this DIY, but I texted her and was like, do you happen to have like 6 decking screws and some twine? And I went over to her house and she had it sitting out socially distanced. All right, team. All right, team. Look at River for the win, who left out these awesome decking screws, which work a lot better than what I'd used before. So we're gonna grab a couple. And she's even smart enough that she put the drill bit. I'm just gonna show you this in the messiest way possible. She did have 6 decking screws and some twine, which is perfect so that we can fix the sign. So I went to do the thing with the power tools where you're like, brum, brum, and then I realized like, this one works. This one is super dead. So we're gonna have to put this project on hold while we charge more batteries. Yay, battery charging! Oh my gosh, this thing is so dusty. We're back in business now. Question is, can I go? I just realized the bottom of this screw is actually a star, and I have a Phillips head on, so I'm like, ugh, the one thing after another. I'm kind of digging this vibe where it definitely looks repaired because it is repaired, but it's supposed to look old, so that looks really cool actually. And now she is fixed and back to her former glory. She is leaning a little bit, but I think that's mostly because my driveway has a lean to it and not because of the actual sign. After getting the sign all patched back together and looking great, I included my 2 pumpkins from my free yard sale for now. I'm gonna move them somewhere else or do something with them, but I thought they looked cute right here. The issue I had is that I originally had only put 2 screws in the post, so each leg was only attached to the main post. It wasn't actually attached to each other, and because there were only 2 of them, the legs could pivot up and down, so the legs ended up all 4 of them basically popping upward. And when I went to put the sign together, the whole thing just and fell over. So then I had to run back to my friend River's house and I grabbed more of these decking screws. So now every single leg has way more in them. Certain legs have more depending on who needed more than the other, but they now are at least all attached at these points, and then they've got more attachment. So now this has 16 more screws in it than before. That is all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye!